Welcome to week 2 for ARE 490 online. There's going to be 2 videos because we have a lot of slides to get through. If you want to put this up to like double speed or whatever you need to do to get through it, that's fine. But there will be 2 videos, so keep an eye out for the second one. And then if you have any questions, put it in the frequently asked questions link, or send me a personal question if you have one. Okay, now again, some of these things aren't always going to apply to y'all, so we're going to cover this week. It's your life mission and goals, so goal setting that's intentional and can help influence your career and those choices that you're making. And then personal branding. Obviously, I can't even get these numbers right, but you're not going to have a closing writing statement because we're not in class. So just probably one video on life mission and goals, and then branding, go look for video 2. So if you click here, I'm not going to do it now, but you all can. There's a video from the show Friends talking about, it's the very first episode, talking about Rachel's vision for her life. And she's a little late to the game in doing that. Unlike you all, we're going to try to kind of put this idea and seed in your head. Hopefully by now you have a general idea of who you are as a person and your core values. And that's what's going to influence your goals. And next week, you'll have to turn in a couple examples of those goals related to your life mission. But if you have time, you can go in the slides and check out that video. So, life goals. And I also have a PDF in the file for this week as well, where everything that looks like this is mapped out if you want to go more in depth into life mission. So, focusing on a life mission first. This is something that should be written. When you write it out, you're more likely to achieve that, and it helps you when you're making hard decisions. And we'll come back to that point in a minute about why it's important to write these out. But it's something that's short and concise, 4 to 5 sentences about what you want to be, not what you want. So it's not, by the time I retire, I want to have $1 million and travel the world. Maybe what it is you want to, through your life choices, be able to create a satisfying and fulfilling life filled with happiness and laughter, okay? But not what you want to have. And that's where you really have to reflect on your core self and your core values. What makes you tick? Are you a person who values your faith? Are you a person who values your family and that's who influences you? What makes you happy? That sort of thing. And it's stable. While goals change based on different periods in your life, your mission will stay pretty much the same. We say that it may evolve because as you develop, there's a whole bunch of theory on development I'm not going to get into because it'll bore you all. But as you develop as a human, you're going to be able to narrow down more and more of what your mission is, but it's going to have the same core values, so it's not going to change a lot. Okay, and then it's something for yourself. It's something, you don't need to show this to people. It's not flashy. Sorry about that noise. It's not flashy. It's not something you show off and wave around in front of people and say, this is why I'm doing it. You could share it with a few people, but it's really for you to direct your life. Okay. You can consider some things I listed here to think about your life mission. If something on your gravestone, here lies a person who valued laughter. Obviously, I'm mentioning that's in mine. I'll show you in a minute. Here lies a person who, we just had a retirement party for a faculty member and everyone said was a good citizen. He helped everybody in the department. He helped his students. And he didn't do it for any recognition. He was a good citizen. What's your passion? What are you focused on in your life? What makes you tick? What are you known for? What qualities and strengths? And then there's some examples here about terminal values. What are you going to strive for? Is it harmony, security, a world of peace? What values will you use? Are you an ambitious person? So, you could think about those things when you're making your life mission. And this assignment coming up, you don't have to actually turn in the life mission. You're going to have to turn in goals related to it. But if you have not at least jotted down some ideas for your mission, your goals will not feel targeted, okay? and this assignment will feel a little bit pointless. So at least start jotting down some ideas. I really encourage you to think about a mission. Having one is what pushed me to attend grad school and get through it during those hard times when I was slammed with work and schoolwork. You could think about ideas that aren't listed here. It says, what's important to me? And how are you and your life connected to those things? Where do you want to go? And that could mean something physical, spiritual, mental, emotional. What does the best look like for me? What's the best possible result for your life? What's your dream? I had one student who said his life mission was to end his life surrounded with family and friends, full of happiness and joy. So that was obviously a core value, is being sharing that with his family. How do you want to act, or what kind of legacy do you want to leave behind? Again, what would you want written on your gravestone? Okay. So there's two examples here. I'm not going to read through Bland's because it's really long, but Ag Carolina, if you go online and look at their mission as a company, their goal is to improve the quality of life for those in rural communities of North Carolina by providing exceptional value and service. Okay, so companies often have mission statements. We'll talk about this further in our company research unit, but knowing a company's mission helps you understand what they are all about. Okay, some companies have mission statements that pull in faith or religion. That's helpful for you to know. If you are also a person of faith, that might be a fit for you. If you are not and that bothers you, maybe you have an inkling that's not a fit, okay? But also something I wanted to point out here is the mission of this company is to help others. They're thinking about others with that. And I'm sure this mission has evolved slightly over time, but very, very little. And what this mission does is it helps focus all the work that Ag Carolina does. So if they're thinking up a great project and it doesn't fit in with their mission, they're going to put that project on the back burner and not waste time on it. And that's something you need to think about. When you're making decisions and you have to make a tough choice, you can go back and think, does this decision that I'm about to make, if I make this choice, is it going to help me get to my life mission, to help me achieve that mission? If not, maybe you shouldn't choose that. You're not going to feel as good about yourself and your situation. So we're not going to do this here, but in class, they're going to be jotting down some of their ideas for their personal statement, and I think you should too. Obviously, I'm not going to ask for that, but just have an idea of what fulfills you. It doesn't have to be perfectly written out or perfectly streamlined. Mine is not. I'm still toying with it even after 5 years. But do that, and when you're done, be sure that you're posting it somewhere. Okay, mine is something about I like to lead, evoke change, and live authentically to live a full life. Those are values that I have, core values. I'm going to be myself. I'm a laid-back person. That's who I'm going to be. I can't be someone else other than that. I like to help people change their lives. That's why I do what I do. It's my passion. Okay, I like to find joy and laughter in all that I do. So if I'm at work, I'm going to try to find a way to laugh at my situation and what's good and positive to that situation. It helps me get through my work. I like balance. I value that. And most importantly for my life, for the duration of my life, I want to surround myself with others who enrich my life and educate me. I like to learn. So you could say that part of my life mission is to teach others and have them teach me as well. Okay? So again, I said these videos were going to run long. We're going to have two. Once you have a vague idea of your life mission, and again, please continue to write that out and then post it in a few places to remind you, when you're going through hard times and you're trying to make decisions. But once you do that, then you're able to work on your goals. And these are SMART goals. You've heard it before, but when you're writing them for that assignment, come back to this chart and check it off. Is my goal SMART? Is it specific? Does it say exactly what I'm going to do? Is it measurable? And that means it has to have metrics. Maybe I'm going to save $5,000 this year. And then we'll get into the buy because that's part of SMART. But $5,000. That's how you know if you've hit your goal. It's measurable. Okay? It's achievable. it is possible if you're working to save $5,000 this year. Last spring, I had a student who told me he was going to save $1 million by 2020. It was 2019. I'm not sure what that student was doing, but I'm fairly sure that's impossible. So think about an achievable, or we say attainable goal, okay? Is it relevant? Is saving that money fitting into your life plan, and is it relevant to you? I'd say if you're a junior or senior, saving some money is fairly relevant. You're going to need, you may have to relocate for a job. You may need to put down a deposit on an apartment and utilities when you move again. So yeah, saving money is something that's relevant not just to your life mission, but to your immediate future. And then time bound. So I'm going to save $5,000 for possible relocation expenses. Now it's relevant by the end of 2019, okay? Time bound. You can get even more specific and say, I'm going to save $5,000 by saving $500 each month for the rest of the year to add to my savings, so I have $5,000 saved by the end of the year. That's even more specific. And I'll tell you, the more specific you get, the more likely you are to achieve your goals. Goals are things that you change. As soon as you hit one goal, you pick a new one. Again, there's steps, just like climbing steps or climbing a ladder, to help you achieve that life mission. And they're, again, a guide for you, okay? Make sure that what you're doing, we'll talk about branding in the next video, what you're doing and how you're branding yourself helps you get to that life mission, okay? Setting goals helps you focus your attention and action. You know what you're doing and why you're doing it. I love this. It mobilizes your energy and effort. It kind of just gets you a little more excited, increases persistence. If you have small, attainable goals where you're chipping away at things, you're more likely to hit that life mission or a bigger overarching goal. Like, I want to buy a house in 5 years. And it's going to, in the workplace, because we are thinking about professional development, encourage development of work strategies, okay? I have goals that I set with my supervisor. Every year we map out goals. I have 3 whole pages of goals, okay? And then that helps me target what I'm doing and why I'm doing it each day. So again, if I have this great idea, like I really wanted this class to work on making a podcast. I went back and looked at my goals and realized that doesn't fit anything. And it really doesn't have a good, clear objective for you all either. I just thought it'd be fun. Didn't fit in my goals, so we're not doing it, okay? You can practice goal setting. If your life mission is I seek to lead, a goal to get me there. Maybe you are going to take 3 leadership training sessions on LinkedIn Learning within the next 3 months, 1 per month. That's a smart goal, okay? If you like to have balance, you might say, I am going to set aside Saturdays for time with my friends, and so that I can achieve a better life balance, and I'll know that I've done so when I reevaluate my stress level in a month. Okay, a little less specific because it doesn't have numbers, but you're going to reevaluate that goal in a month. So I would still accept that. It's still smart. Okay, and then your goal assignment, and then we'll wrap this video up. By September 8th in Moodle, and I know y'all all know how to use Moodle or you wouldn't be here in this class. By September 8th at 11:55 p.m., so almost midnight, you've got to create 2 SMART goals related to post-graduation life. It can be something related to graduate school. I get that a lot. Some people include family plans, career, money, the company you want to start at. Some of them choose that they need to up their GPA or they need to work on interview skills, whatever it is. But you're going to pick 2 goals and you're going to make sure they are SMART goals. I'm going to score each one to make sure I put specific, measurable, attainable, or achievable, like the chart said, relevant, and time-bound. If you are lacking some of these, then you're going to be dinged. And September 9th is a Monday, so you guys have plenty of time to do this. I'm sorry, September 8th. It's due September 8th. It's a Sunday, so you have tons of time. Get it done and get into Moodle. I'll try to send a reminder, but no guarantee. So mark this down and take care of that. Send me questions if you have them. You have time to send me questions. If you're unsure if your goal is SMART, I'm happy to kind of review that for you. Be sure you check out the next video for the second half of this PowerPoint, which is about personal branding, and it directly relates to your goals and your life mission.